If you Google what makes a retiree happy, you'll get pages and pages and pages of how much money you should be saving, of what makes the stock market work, what makes it go up, what makes it go down, what to do when it goes down, what investments that you should have, what Medicare plans you should have, what dental plans you should have, your risk versus your non-risk investments, and on and on and on. And although money, the money side of retirement, of course, is important, I believe the non-financial side of retirement is equally as important, if not more important than the financial side. Because to me, I'm the one always looking for fun in my life, for excitement, for how to smile more, how to keep the wonder in my life, how to be excited each and every day, how to enjoy my retirement. Actually, that's why my thing is how to make your retirement remarkable. But whatever that remarkable means to you is what I mean. It means something different to me and something personal to me. So recently, Ken and I went on a long trip for our 40th wedding anniversary, and I made it my job to talk to as many retirees as possible and to ask them two questions. Number one, what do they regret, or what do they wish they could have done differently or would have done? And number two, what made them happy that they did do? So in today's video, I'm going to share with you all about the regrets or wishes that people would have done. And it's some of life's best advice. So stay tuned. I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. I produce a retirement lifestyle video every Monday morning, and we're growing our Facebook group. Please consider joining us. We would be honored at facebook.com/group/Life Starts at Retirement. Now, I must have talked to hundreds of retirees or future retirees on our recent trip, and it was incredible to meet so many people and to connect with them. And they shared with me some incredible thoughts on what they regretted or what they wished they could have or would have done in their lives. And so I want to share that with you today. And in no particular order, here's their great advice. Now, okay, I said no particular order, but probably this one was the number one thing that I heard over and over and over, more than any other thing, and it's health. It's health. Pay attention to your health. Exercise, eat right, drink less alcohol, right? It's not rocket science, but over and over and over again, I heard, and I'm living it, how easy it is to let yourself go. Even how much fun it is. Like seriously, we had so much fun overeating, over drinking, not exercising. We had a blast doing that. But again, over and over and over again, I heard how age makes such a difference. And as you get older, it's more and more difficult, it seems, to turn bad health around. And so again, I'm on this path as well. So I realized, and I mean, I knew for quite some time that I was drinking as though I was on a constant vacation. And I really needed to realize that this is my real life, not a vacation. So I'm making some changes in my life as well. Eating better, exercising, drinking less. And it's only been a week, but I have to say, I have lots of energy normally, but I have even more energy than normal. And the clarity that I have without drinking a few to 5 to 7 drinks a night is making a big difference. So, and it really seems like I'm not alone, because this was the number one theme, not just the drinking, but the eating, the exercising, and the drinking. That was the number one theme of anyone that had regrets. They wish they would have started it sooner and taken better care of themselves. Something to think about. The next bit of advice that I heard over and over again was to worry less about what other people thought about you. In fact, this theme, I guess, came in many different ways. It was things like, I used to think that there were all these cool people in school and all these popular people, and then there was me. And I worried what other people thought about me. And then even things like, I didn't do some things in my life because I worried what other people would think of me. So I didn't want to, raise red flags. I didn't want people to think bad about me. And even things again like, and this one was me, I would lose sleep over what I thought people were thinking of me. And looking back now at this age, I'm going, oh my goodness. But I think most of us can relate to this in some way. The great thing though that I did hear however, was that most people, the older they got, the less they cared about what others thought about them. Many, many, many people commented on how they try to just be good people. And if others don't like them and they don't want to be with them, okay, we're good. We're not going to be friends or best friends with everyone. That's the way it should be in my mind. And I'm 100% fine with that. But it took time, it took experience, and it took age to get there. Now, I love this one too because I'm right there with them. I used to worry. I used to make myself sick. Oh my gosh, I did lose sleep over what I thought others thought about me. And now, with all due respect to other people, I really don't care at all in the world, not one little bit. But I'm with these other people. I try to be a good person, and if you don't like me, I'm okay with that. So that's something to hopefully strive for, is to be that good person, but be okay if people don't like you, and don't worry about it. So the next bit of advice I heard was to do things while you can, because time moves so quickly. Do things, spend money, travel, read, go out of your comfort zone, try something new, learn something, because one day, and it happens so soon, your body and possibly your mind will change, and it will become more and more difficult to do these things. Now, I have a video about the 3 stages of retirement: the go-go stage, the slow-go stage, and the no-go stage, that I'll post in the comments below for a little bit more on those stages. But it's so true. If we're lucky enough, and I mean lucky enough to continue to live, our bodies and our minds will most likely change and slow down. So do while you can. And along with that, time moves so quickly. It was an overwhelming theme or wish. I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have done more. Whatever done or doing means to you, do it. The next bit of advice that I heard was, the minute you stop learning, you stop doing, you stop going, it's over. Now, let me clarify what I mean by it's over. So many people said to me, the key to living a long, healthy, fun, exciting life is learning, doing, and going. To be curious, to read, to learn. And they saw so many of their friends, maybe, their partners, maybe, and even themselves really slow down when they stopped learning, going, and doing to the best of their ability. So do whatever you can to the best of your ability within the circumstances that you have. The next piece of advice I heard was connection. I love this one. Friends and family. That much of life is all about like the connection that we have with others. As we're working and we're so busy and it's difficult to make time, when we retire, we have that time. And it's time, most people said, and I think I agree, I'm there now, it's time to connect with your friends. It's time to reconnect with your old friends. It's time to make new friends. But I heard story after story of people putting themselves out there, like I always say, to meet new friends and how that enriched their lives. And I heard story after story about people reconnecting with old friends, even as old as high school. It was wonderful, but this theme was overwhelming, to connect, to meet with people and to be with people. So pick up that phone if you can and take that chance and go meet someone new maybe. So there were many less common themes that people talked about: getting rid of stuff, get off your phone and experience life, have a positive attitude, many more. But I want to end this video with some, what I consider deep thoughts and feelings that people had about aging and retiring. A common thought was that they view themselves, or we view ourselves, as the same people we always were. We're the same people, just a little bit older. But yet when the world looks at us differently. So I heard many times that the person looking out at the world is the same person we always were, but the person looking back at you looks at you differently. And I can really relate to that. In my mind, my mind says I'm still, that 20-year-old or that 40-year-old or even that 50-year-old. But people see me differently. People see us differently as we age. And I've been that, I can see that beginning in my life as well, because I've had people say to me, oh, you're just old. The times are changing. Get with the times. And I get that. Times have changed. But I see that even more with my parents. And I have to say I'm even guilty of it. The generation that my parents grew up in, was vastly, vastly different from the generation that I grew up in. And the generation that I grew up in is very, very different from where my kids grew up in, and hugely different from where my grandchildren are growing up in. And so I guess the lesson there is, and after talking to so many, 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 many different people, is learn from the generation before you. I probably wouldn't have said this 10 years ago because I thought I knew everything. But as I age, I realize there's so much I can learn from the generation before me, just to talk to my mom and dad, talk to older people. They've experienced so much and they have so much wisdom to share. And then most of all, just be kind, be compassionate, and be a good person. Now, next week, I'll share with you the results of the second question that I asked. What are they happy that they did in their lives? It's really quite illuminating. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I am Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. Again, I produce a lifestyle retirement video every Monday morning. And please consider subscribing. We would be honored to have you in our group here and also on our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/lifestartsatretirement.